Well, good morning to all in the Marmy Army this morning. It is Saturday, the 13th of July, and I'm heading off to Sudeley Castle for the Maverick Cotswold Trail Half Marathon. It's my fourth race of 5 in 4. It's the double weekend with my 10k at Compton Verney tomorrow. And despite the cheerful demeanour, I'm worried. I have just gone down a very, very famous road that is littered with speed cameras, and I wasn't watching my speed. I was totally distracted, and I'm now driving along trying to piece together whether or not I saw a flash or whether or not it was just the trick of the light out of the window. I cannot afford another ticket. I've already got points, I've already done the speed awareness. God, that was a laugh with Carol. Good God. So tell me then, chaps, have you ever had someone drive right up your ear? Have you? Well, once the laughter subsided, I had to admit that yes, it had happened. And how many of you have actually ever done that to another driver? None of you. Oh, interesting. Well, we've got two things that don't quite tally up there, haven't we? We've got people who have had it and people who won't admit to doing it. So you be the judge. Leave that with you. Leave it as a pot boiler and a conversation piece. Next slide, Keith. But why distracted? Well, I'm not going to lie to you. I have found a Michael Bolton playlist on Spotify. Unbelievable. You've forgotten so many belters he's done. You know, that raspy voice. I was just listening to, he did a great cover of Let's Stay Together. When the last time I heard that, hilariously, was at a wedding I went to when I worked at Lombard Vehicle Management. The young guy, he was 18, and he was marrying his childhood sweetheart. You know, I mean, it was never going to last. I remember watching their first dance, me and a few other people. It was one of those absolutely appalling first dances where both bride and groom have got hold of each other's arses and were having a deep snog at the time, which was very awkward for those people who were dancing around them. Certainly weren't going to give them a pat on the back. But yeah, still not a dry eye in the house for many different reasons. Saw him 10 years ago, lives with one of his mates now. But I'm at Sudeley Castle, House and Gardens. I'm about to run over an elderly Yorkshire Terrier. No, I'm not. All done. I mean, look, this is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Sat-nav was playing silly buggers. I went with something called What 3 Words. I could give you 3 words, to be honest, to describe its effectiveness. Absolutely shocking. Ended up going down the Cheltenham Road past a man in a dressing gown who had been arrested by the police. But I had to go past him twice because of the nav. So it looked like I was rubbernecking. Or a concerned relative, either way I wasn't. But it was quite interesting to see. The first time around he had his hands in his dressing gown pockets. I don't know what had happened, but the second time around he had his hands behind his back in cuffs. So I'd be surprised if he was a drugs kingpin, to be fair. It was a fairly effective disguise. Whoa, there it is! Hi mate. Super. Lovely stuff. See how positive I was? Marshall banter, you see? I've got it. You've got it going on! Sound like Louis Walsh. So, look, there it is behind me. There's the start. There are people coming up in the car now who I'm smiling at. They're not looking at me, I'm just smiling at them like some insane man. I'm just going to head up to the car park of Sudeley and see whether or not I can get any closer to the castle this time. The good thing about the journey was this. I managed to come through Broadway, my spiritual home, and I was shocked, actually. I'll say that again. Yes, shocked when I saw all over the village green at Broadway just beer cans everywhere. And then I remembered it wasn't the England game that caused such carnage last night. It was, yep, the old annual classic, the Disused Road and Track Lecture. Happens every year. It's a lecture about tracks and disused roads that are between 500 to 200 years old. And I'm not joking when I tell you that that particular lecture is a sellout in Broadway. It goes off every year. You've got the ancient road people kicking off against the sort of the more modern road enthusiasts. Talk about medieval, it goes off and no reprisals. You've got your tarmac Adams versus your Roman stones. I think that's what they actually call themselves, actually, the tarmac Adams against the Roman stones. But I don't know what happened, but there was blood outside the co-op. Today I have to take it relatively easy. There is a lot of elevation on this course. We're obviously up in the Cotswolds. It's a 14 miler, so it's slightly longer than the half marathon. And I've got a big 10k tomorrow. The double part of this 5 and 4 was always going to be the challenge. Anywho, short watch. Dry as a bone this morning. Although I haven't had a wild wee as yet. I'm going to though, just to prove to myself and my shorts that I'm not a child. So, a bit of a disaster today actually, as it turned out, because I have left my running belt at home. By the way, do you like the headband? I'm going John Rambo today. Right, I've got my army colours on, so that people behind me, if they're not running fast enough and they can't keep up, they'll get lost. But talking about getting lost, I have not brought my phone with me, right? Because I haven't bought my running belt. My phone is in the car. So I will be running totally naked. No music, no phone. Now Gove, what's Gove done? Now he's seen that this is a 14-mile race and he's seen my half marathon time. So he's gone in at 1 hour 31:58. What he hasn't done is read the terrain. He hasn't looked at the course map. He doesn't know that it's a trail race. So I've gone in at 1 hour 38. So there's a 6-minute difference between the two of us. Don't get me wrong, I like beating him, right, but I don't take any pleasure on it, particularly if he's thinking that I'm going to go faster than I actually am. I'm not deliberately running slowly. I will always run as quickly as I can. I do actually feel slightly bereft without my phone, but I'm always telling my own kids to put the phones down. So let's see how it goes. So I've got nothing to run with for company this morning, other than my breath, which is revolting at the best of times.
So everyone now coming in should be long, keeping your toes nice and warm. Remember, if you're going to drop down distance, 3, 2, 1, go!
And we are off. I kind of remember this. Alright lads, this isn't going to be a fast time. And just when you think it can't go on, you go around another corner and it does. Bloke trolled me last year, put this race up and called it a trail race, and he went, it's completely snow, mostly roads, no trail on it at all. I've run down easier roads. Any cuts anywhere? No. No? Okay. Alright. Bit warmer. Now, if memory serves me, I love this bit. A lot of downhill. Probably a good time to play a new game. You've played Courier or Career. Now let's play Mince or Mince. I'm going to say a word. If you think it's mince, as in the meat, you say meaty treat. If you think it's mince, as in breath, you say polo. Here we go. Number 1. Mince. It was meaty treat. Number 2. mince. It was meaty trees again. And number 3, mince. It was polo. That satisfied your quizzing games, but look at us. Jeepers, we are in the Cotswolds, so I think there's no better time than to go to Broadway, where this week it was recommendations week.
And did those feet in ancient time walk upon England's mountains green? And was the Holy Lamb of God on England's pleasant pastures seen? And did the countenance divine shine forth upon our clouded hills? And was Jerusalem builded here among those dark satanic mills?
Bet the owner's happy about this. All over his land. Yeah, I think so. You okay?
Yeah, good.
Good. Oh, bloody hell.
Wow.
I feel. That's what the last lady said. I feel.
The 2 big ones we've done.
I thought you said. See that again? Banter with marshals. Effortless. Effortless. But I've handed back about 7 places in the last couple of miles. I normally hand back 2 or 3. Gunshots are getting louder. He's found a local farmer's lad with his daughter. Come out, you little bastard! You dirty little sod! Come out! I'll blow your head off! You get back inside, Tina, it's nothing to do with you. I told him if I caught him sniffing round her again, I'd kill him, and I will. I want this bit to finish. I'm not enjoying it at all. Jesus. Oh, there's more of it. Look at that! How cool's that? It's an adults only one. That's another place gone. Yeah, struggling today. And now we're joining some of the 10k runners, I think. Must be getting close to the finish. Yeah.
and done. Thanks, man. Thank you.
I'm going to give you that.
Cheers.
You put it around your neck, sir. Well done, sir.
Oh, legend.
Well done, mate.
No, cheers, buddy. Thank you. I think I'm on an Adidas chair, which I shouldn't be on. Just set my perceived effort as very weak. 1:46 that was. That was really hard. That was probably about 10 minutes slower than last year. I don't know what that was about. I can't talk. Got 2 beers though. God, that was a real struggle. Honestly, can't tell you, that was so hard. And if I'm being really honest, I am not in a good place for a 10k tomorrow.
Well, that was the Adidas Terex Cotswold half marathon, and that was tough. I've got to say to you, that was really tough. I was struggling. I think I probably gave up about 10 places in that last half of that race, which, to be honest, I don't usually do. And I'd love to be able to lie to you and say, oh, I was just holding a bit back, I got a 10k tomorrow. I wasn't really trying. I was trying. I was going as hard as I could, to be honest with you. I was running flat out and I was still struggling, drained. I did have, though, what was called a carb chew, a high performance carb chew, which was like a hugely disappointing Turkish delight. Throw that out there just in case you're tempted to buy them. Don't. They were horrible. But yeah, I would have liked to have stayed and you know, soaked up the race atmosphere, you know, gone to a barista, had a mocha, sat on a bale of hay, you know, chatted about Chipping Norton or something like that, but I haven't got time. I've got to take one of my daughters to HMV in Solihull in a bit, so I'm heading homeward bound. So for now, Marmers, it is see you tomorrow, and let's see how I fare on that 10k. Gotta tell you, not feeling it as bird of prey up there. See you later, Marmers. Bye. Blowing you a kiss? What was that all about? Good God, must be exhausted. I'm the least tactile person in the world. I will never do that again.